Good afternoon, I'm Jorja Cowan with Hunter News. A 21-year-old man has died after his vehicle collided with a tree at Elrington, near Cessnock. At around 12:30 this morning, a passerby noticed the crushed ute on Lake Road and called 000. Emergency services arrived a short time later to find the driver had died. The Newcastle Crash Investigation Unit is trying to determine how the man lost control of his vehicle. The state government has today announced tenders have been called for the concept design and environmental impact assessment for the fifth and final stage of the Newcastle Inner City Bypass. The Baird government is committing $280 million to Rankin Park to Jesmond Link. Roads Minister Duncan Gay says construction is due to begin in 2017, but they're hoping to start sooner.
We always prefer to under-promise and over-deliver, and it certainly would be our hope to start in 2016. But at this stage, we're indicating 2017, but working like steam to try and get in 2016.
Meanwhile, the contract for the detailed design for the Turl Street Bridge duplication has been awarded to GHD Australia. The Hunter Development Corporation has teamed up with the Greens in support of a proposed mine grouting plan designed to help solve Newcastle's development backlog. Under the plan, the state government would provide around $50 million to fund grouting needed to fill all unstable mines under the city's centre and West End, so developments can proceed. Newcastle Greens by-election candidate Michael Osborne says he'll be raising the proposal at this afternoon's Hunter lunch.
It's a case of the state government stepping in and providing that funding to route not only the development site but neighbouring sites, and then to recoup the money from the developers, based on their land area. And I'm hoping that the idea of the revolving fund will get good feedback from the participants there at the luncheon today.
Fine particle pollution in the Hunter is posing a threat to the health of residents, with the federal government being urged to do more to protect communities. It comes on the back of a New South Wales Minerals Council study focused on identifying improvements to management practices for the reduction of dust emissions. Hunter Regional Coordinator for the Lock the Gate Alliance, Steve Phillips, says he's concerned small rural areas are being exposed to such high pollution levels.
What we're particularly concerned about is the air quality impacts of the Hunter Valley's mining industry, which we know is the biggest source of particle pollution in this state. And so what we're worried about is the government's willingness to allow rural communities with small populations to suffer far more impacts of this type of air pollution than they would allow in our cities.
Lake Macquarie's Coal Point Progress Association is paving the way for new land care ideas, trialling what is known as solar sausages. The solar sausages, which is a process of rolling weeds in black plastic, which eventually heat up and compost the contents, allows nutrients and organic matter to be returned to the reserve in a non-evasive form. Coal Point Progress Association President Suzanne Pritchard says it's proving to be quite an effective technique.
I think it's a really effective way of being able to utilise your weed waste for good, because the compost afterwards you can then put back on the garden and you can mulch it, providing the weed material isn't something that, the weed material's got to be able to be treated by it. I think it's a really great way of reducing green waste to the tip.
Hunter residents are being warned to take precautions against mosquitoes in the upcoming months, following a recent increase in activity, particularly along coastal areas in the Hunter and on the mid-north coast. The recent warm weather and rainfall has resulted in excellent breeding conditions for mosquitoes spreading Ross River and Barmah Forest virus. The viruses are spread by mosquitoes which feed on animals which have the infection. Now with sport, Tundi Chinjovic.
Night second rower Bo Scott has capped off a stellar season, being named Player of the Year at the club's presentation awards last night. He shared the coach's award with Alex McKinnon. Kurt Gidley picked up Player's Player, while Sione Matatia was awarded Rookie of the Year. The Newcastle Jets will be without centre-back Adrian Madashi when they take on the Mariners in the F3 Derby tomorrow afternoon. Captain Q Yarlin says it's essential the team get off to a strong start.
We know we have 4 hard away games, and if you get through it well, then it's only better and benefits us for the rest of the comp.
In the Women's League, the Jets face Sydney FC. Meanwhile, Jets Chief Executive Robbie Middleby will be banking on favourable early results to drive membership figures. It's hoped the club will hit the 10,000 mark in time for the first home game in early November. That's sport. I'm Tani Chindo.
2NURFM news time is 10 past 12.